Okay guys, I'm finally going to do a video talking about the Looney Tunes Golden Collection. And if you guys follow me on Facebook or Twitter, I tweeted about it that I was currently watching all of them. And I got this set about 2 weeks ago? I think it was 2 weeks ago Saturday I got it. I just now finished watching it all. So I'm going to do a video talking about what I think about it. And if I think it's worth it, which short answer, yes, it's worth it. I'll explain why. Um, but here's how it is packaged. Here's the front. Here's the side. Here's how they all sit. I have volume 6 sitting out because I just recently watched it and put it away. Here's the spine. And oof, that wasn't as bad. And here's the back. And there's the top. And here's the bottom. And there's the other side. It's pretty much the same. But there's 6 volumes, and that's there's like 14 to 15 episodes per disc, per volume, and there's 4 discs, so there's 24 discs, and each of those have 14-ish episodes, because some of them have bonus episodes. Not very many. I mean, that's towards the tail end of the volumes that have like bonus episodes. But honestly, I don't know why they just didn't put them in there, because basically they're the same thing. So, but here's volume 6. Let's see here. Let's see how I'm gonna do this one-handed. So this is why it sucks having a disability. Here's this 1, this 2, this 3, this 4. And all the episodes and special features are listed behind each disc. Like, okay, like for instance, behind disc 1 it lists, behind disc 1 it lists disc 1 and disc 3, which I find weird. Why do they list disc 1 and disc 3 on the left side, and disc 2 and disc 4 on the right? I'm guessing because they're both on the left, maybe? I don't know. It was a weird choice by them, but whatever. But there's 40 hours and 17 minutes of stuff in this entire collection, because originally these didn't come out like separate cases. These came packaged in like the old cardboard case where you would like slide them out and they would like flip open and they would be packaged that way. And I think they retailed for like $30, $40 each when they first came out, and then they released this set, which is where these came from. These repackaged, which I like, because these hold up to more abuse and more handling. The cardboard will start to like tear and get wear on it and get shelf wear. This always lasts longer, so but the boxes were nice, the original releases, because I've actually seen, I think it was volume 2 I saw a long time ago when they first came out. But they were nice. But these are a nice little cheap way of getting them all. But there's a lot of special features on each volume, and a lot of commentaries. The commentaries are really interesting. I suggest you watch, if you get the set, I suggest you watch the cartoons first, then the commentaries. Because a lot of the commentaries will just talk completely over the cartoon, like backstory on the cartoon, and half of the time it's like why this cartoon meant so much, but then why this cartoon meant so much as a commentator. Like, they'll talk to Jerry Beck, and he's like a cartoon historian for a website. I don't remember the website's name he said, but they talked to him. They talked to Stan Freberg, who was a well-known voice actor back in the Looney Tunes days, who has now passed away. He passed away like 2 years ago. He did his main notable voice that he did was Pete Puma. Oh, 3 or 4. Yeah, that. How many lumps? I need 3. I'm at 3 or 4. That voice. That's my little impression of Stan Freberg. Hopefully you like that. But the Pete Puma cartoon is on the set, so that's really neat that that's on there. I honestly forgot about half these cartoons. I've probably seen them all over the years, with reruns, of course, because a lot of them are from like 30s, 40s, and 50s. And on the front of the box here, you see right there, that's Bosco. That's the original Looney Tunes mascot. And then it was Porky Pig, and then of course it was Bugs Bunny. Bugs Bunny is what really took Looney Tunes by storm. Is when Bugs Bunny came on the scene with Chuck Jones and Fred Freeman and Leon Schlesinger and Mike Maltese and all those animators and all those directors. Bob Clampett. I mean, there's so many animators represented and so many voice actors represented. Most of them being male black, but you get June Foray. You have Stan Freberg. He actually does Stan Freberg actually did the commentary for the Pete Puma cartoon, and he actually did the voice during the commentary. It sounds the exact same. Which I think he said he was about 18 years old when he did that voice the first time. Which is kind of weird to think about, because he was like in his 70s or early 80s when he passed away. So, and it's weird to think he still did the voice, and it still sounds the exact same. Which I always thought was kind of neat about voice actors. Like, they'll sound the same over the years. And it's neat to know that they can still do those voices after so many years. But yeah, this set is definitely worth getting. If you love the Looney Tunes, definitely pick this set up. I picked it up for $45 locally at Arcade Legacy. Now, I did a tour of that place. That place is a really good place. It has great prices, and I couldn't pass this up for $45 with how much stuff you get. You get 40 hours of stuff. I mean, that's a lot of Looney Tunes. Plus, I don't even know if that includes the bonus features. I'm assuming that includes the bonus features. That time, because I add up all the times on the back of the disc, and they add up to 40 hours and 17 minutes. Like the runtime for Volume 6 is 413 minutes. That's a long time. And it took me this long to watch them also. So you tell me how many Looney Tunes there are. There's a lot. Now, of course, not all the Looney Tunes are represented here in this set. There's a lot that are missing. Because there's at least 1,000 cartoons that I can think of. According to Wikipedia, there's 1,000. I think there might be a little more than that. But I'm honestly not sure. Now, this is probably the most complete set you're going to get ever. Like, they're probably never going to do another Looney Tunes collection. Now, should they? Probably. Did they? Yes, they actually did do another Looney Tunes collection, but it wasn't as good and comprehensive as this one. The ones after this one they did were called the Platinum Collection, which didn't feature new cartoons, but not all the cartoons were new, but some of them were. Over the 3 volumes, I think there were like maybe only 14 new cartoons with the other Looney Tunes DVDs included too, like Feline Frame Up with the other cartoon with Mark Anthony and Pussyfoot, the dog and the cat. That one is not on this set. You have to get the Platinum Collection to get the full Mark Anthony set, which is kind of disappointing, but I mean, they can't put every character's appearance in these DVDs. I mean, you gotta give them credit for how many they did put in here. I mean, you do get two of the Mark Anthony. It's either 2 or 3 of the Mark Anthony cartoons, which is really funny, especially the first one. I think it's Feed the Kitty, that's the first one. And that was just really funny with how much the dog loves the cat. Because there's so much emotion on all those cartoons, a lot of the animation process. Like, they show you, there's a lot of special videos that show you like how they did the animation process and the restoration process too, which was really neat. Because, I'll do a little spoiler here. There's a special feature on one of the volumes. I can't remember what volume it was, because like I said, I watched them all, so I don't remember. But it showed like the restoration process and what that entailed. And what they did was they had the original film reels, and if they were any like degradation, like dead spots or like black spots, they would go in with a paint tool of some kind and refill in those colors and restore them. It made them look new again. Now, on to that aspect, these are fully restored and remastered. Now, of course, some are going to sound better than others, because some are older than others and some are newer than others, so some were better preserved than others were. So your older cartoons, like your ones from the 30s, are going to look better than they did back in the 30s, but they're not going to look as good as the restorations did with the ones from the 40s. Because, let's face it, the film starts to degrade and there's really nothing you can do about it. The biggest thing that I noticed was the sound quality was high, like better on some, but a lot lower on others. So you have to like crank up your volume a little bit on some of them, especially some of the black and white cartoons, which Volume 6 have a majority of those discs are black and white cartoons, which is really neat to see how much animation changed over the years. Watching these makes you appreciate the animation process. But it was really neat to watch all these again and see all the stuff they used to do back in the 30s, 40s, 50s, and even 60s. And like I said, there's a lot of good special features. One in particular is on Volume 6, which alone makes the set worth it because it talks about Mel Blanc and like what he did for the industry in his whole voice career. And let me tell you, that documentary is an hour long, and it's a really gripping documentary about what he did for not only Looney Tunes, but for like voice acting in general. Like, there's one part where they talked about back when radio shows would go on, and they would get like voice people to do like radio voices. They would never get credit for those until Mel insisted on getting credit for the Looney Tunes cartoons that he did work on. After he did that, then that's when like radio personalities and voice over people started getting recognized for what they did. Because before then they weren't even talked about. So without him, there wouldn't really be any kind of voice acting. Or heck, there probably wouldn't even be any animation. Anime, maybe. Who knows? Anime might not even exist without Mel Blanc's contribution. Who knows? Because, like I said, none of them got credit for what they did. Now, a lot of people were like salty over the fact that Mel did that exclusive credit that Leon Schlesinger gave him, so he at least got credit. Because he didn't do all the voices in every cartoon, but he did like probably a majority. But there were some that he got credit for that he didn't do. I know. And I can't think of one off the top of my head, but I know like Stan Freberg never got credit for doing P. Puma. until now. Like the Three Little Bops cartoon is finally when Stan Freberg got his first credit as the Three Little Bops and the Three Little Pigs, and I think he did the Big Bad Wolf too. That's a really good cartoon too. The Three Little Bops. That was one of my favorites. That I didn't even remember about until I saw it. I was like, oh my god, I remember this cartoon. That's one thing that'll get you to buy this set is you'll remember watching these cartoons in reruns, and plus they're uncut. So they might have cut stuff out that you might not remember because they might have cut out because it's insensitive or something along that line. Which I will warn some of you because some of the jokes can get insensitive because I think it starts in volume 3 or 4 where they start getting like really politically incorrect with like there's a lot of wartime references where they reference Nazis and then they reference like the Japanese with the bombing of Pearl Harbor and all that. They reference that and they make fun of the Japanese, stereotypical stuff. And they stereotype black people with blackface. So you just gotta be prepared for this. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They gotta be prepared for what these are, because you gotta remember these cartoons were done back in the 30s, 40s, 50s, and 60s. Back then, that was like commonplace to like look down on those races, which honestly today still goes on, but it's not as prevalent as it was back in the day. So that was just a little warning for all you like fuss partners that might have an issue with that, because I kind of did. It kind of was like, oh, that's a little tasteless, but I mean, but you gotta take it for what it is. Like, okay, it was the 1940s, let's say. Back in the 1940s, that's what they did. So you gotta be prepared for that. I'll give you an example. There's one black and white cartoon where a guy's running behind a train or a car, and he's by the exhaust pipe, and his face is down there, and like he's a white guy, okay, and the exhaust goes like all over his face, all the fumes and soot and whatever, and when the pans back to him, he looks like he's black with like blackface, and his voice changes like a stereotypical black, like Southern voice, and I was like, oh, I can see why that would, because I guarantee you that cartoon was not shown on Cartoon Network back when they used to do reruns. Hell, I know Boomerang wouldn't even show that one because it's insensitive and a lot of people be offended by it. But don't be offended by it. That's how it was. I wasn't offended by it, but I was like, oh, that's cringeworthy. But it's like, oh, but it was done in a tasteful way. It wasn't like bad, and plus it was like, apparently it was like referencing like a Jack Benny character that they did in the Jack Benny show. I didn't know that because, of course, I don't know anything about the Jack Benny show, but I'm just relaying what was said on the commentary. I lost my train of thought. The commentary. Those commentaries are really insightful. You need to watch a lot of those commentaries. So, do I recommend this set? Yes, definitely. If you love the Looney Tunes like I do, definitely pick up the set. It's definitely worth. I would at least say $50 would be like my cutoff, because it retails for like $70 on Amazon, and you can go on eBay right now and buy it for like, I think the cheapest one now is like $42, which is a really good deal. I mean, you're getting 24 discs, 40 hours of entertainment for like $42. So it's way worth it. Now, like I said, the pros and cons are the pros. They're all restored, remastered. It's all in one nice little box. They all come packaged in their own case. And there's a lot of extras. And I love special features. The cons are, like I said earlier, like I wish they would have just had one volume be like 30s, another volume be like 40s, 50s, 60s, 20s, and That's one con. Another con would be some of the remasters are better than others, which I understand. It's like understandable, but it's like they could have tried hard to make the audio sound a little bit better on some of it, because some are pretty quiet and you have to crank up your volume a lot. But I mean, those are little nitpicks. I mean, I wouldn't run out and not buy the set because of those little nitpicks. But I'm definitely going to track down the Platinum Collection and the Porky Pig set, because I do want to try to get everything Looney Tunes I can get my hands on. Because this is like I said earlier, this is the most complete set you're ever going to get. And it came out in like 2011. And it's been probably almost 6 years since it's been released. Because I think Volume 6 by itself came out in October of 09, I think. October 27th, I think it was. Or no, not 07. Was it 07? I don't remember. But I know this set didn't come out until 2011, so it's definitely worth getting. I highly recommend you get it. And I'll put a link in the description to all the episodes that are included on this collection. Because there are some missing. Like I said, there's probably some that are around that you remember that you think should be on there. But you're not going to please everybody. But I'm very pleased with the set. And I highly recommend to my subscribers and anyone else that watches this that you go pick it up. And to quote Porky Pig, that's all, folks. See you later.